Picture this. You are standing on the edge of a world that history books have painted in sepia tones of romantic adventure. You think of ancient empires and you imagine shining temples, great pyramids, and majestic kings. You imagine golden streets and triumphant monuments, and the whispers of poets celebrating human ingenuity. But if you step off the page, if you tread among the stones of the forgotten, you find a world not of glory, but of shadows. Cities that once thrummed with life now sleep beneath jungle canopies, desert sands, or silent ocean waves. Streets that knew laughter now echo only with the sighs of the wind. The grandeur of man, swallowed by time itself. Welcome to Mystic Histories. If you are new here, consider subscribing, because today we will enter the lost cities, forgotten civilizations, and secrets that history tried to erase. Let us begin where civilizations' memory fades, the dense jungles of Central America. The year is unknown. You step carefully over tangled roots and thick moss. A distant stone wall appears. Carvings, faded by centuries of rain, hint at a society that thrived here long before Europeans dared set foot on these continents. Every statue, every temple, every pyramid is a message from ghosts. Who walked these streets? What rituals were performed beneath the staircases and altars? The Maya were mathematicians, astronomers, and artists, yet they disappeared in a slow, suffocating unraveling. Scholars argue famine, war, or disease, but the truth, like the city itself, remains buried. From the jungles, let us travel east across oceans to the deserts of Jordan, where Petra sleeps. Imagine stepping into a canyon so narrow that the shadows are permanent, sunlight fracturing against rose-colored stone. The treasury emerges like a sentinel carved by impossible hands. You hear the faint crunch of sand beneath your feet, feel the hot wind curling around the cliffs, and sense the weight of the thousands who built this city. Hidden chambers, secret water channels, tunnels designed to protect and amaze this city is not just architecture, it is a mind made solid. And yet its people vanished, leaving only whispers in the wind. Did conquest claim them? Or something more subtle, a slow erosion of trade, disease, or shifting politics? Beneath the waves lies another secret Atlantis, the city that never should have existed, its name burned into myth. You dive below cerulean waters and imagine streets frozen, columns toppled, temples submerged. The ocean itself preserves and erases at once. A shadow moves along a pillar. Is it fish or the echo of history? Plato spoke of a civilization so advanced it threatened the world. Some believe in ancient technology, others in divine retribution. Perhaps the truth is less spectacular, and yet infinitely more terrifying. A people who rose to brilliance only to vanish without record, leaving us nothing but fragments to puzzle over. High in the Andes, Machu Picchu floats above the clouds. You stand among terraces carved into mountain stone, feeling vertigo as mist rolls across the valley below. Sunlight fractures through clouds, illuminating the agricultural systems, staircases, and temples of the Inca. Their knowledge of astronomy, their engineering genius, it is visible in every stone, but the people who built it, gone, epidemic, conquest? Or did they simply vanish into the mountains, leaving their city to the silence of the highlands? Every stone whispers the question, what drove them from the perfection they created? From the mountains to the jungles of Cambodia, Angkor's hidden temples rise among trees whose roots have devoured walls and statues. You trace a hand along the carvings of apsaras, feeling centuries of rainwater and moss. The stones are slick, the air thick with humidity, insects buzzing like a living heartbeat. Here is a civilization erased by environment and empire, alike one city lost to the jungle, yet preserved by it. Walk deeper, and you feel the presence of the past in every step. A city that resists forgetting even as its people disappeared 10,000 years ago. Humans built circles at Göbekli Tepe. You run your fingers over carvings of scorpions, snakes, and unknown beasts, feeling the weight of human labor that predates writing. Who stood here, and why? No one knows. It is a place of ritual, of worship, of mystery. Some stones weigh 50 tons. Some lie in patterns no one can fully explain. The sun rises across the desert, casting long shadows through stone pillars. Here, in this silence, the first whispers of civilization echo. The oceans claim Dwarka beneath Arabian waves. Sonar scans reveal streets, walls, and structures, their geometry precise, deliberate, human. You float above them in submersible darkness. Coral clings to doorways, fish glide past columns. It is eerie, almost sacred. This city existed, lived, thrived, and now sleeps underwater, waiting for discovery, or perhaps for history to forget it once more. Troy. Once a myth, then a city. Layers upon layers of civilization lie buried under the plains of Turkey. Digging through the soil, archaeologists find evidence of fire, blood, siege. Lovers and warriors vanished, leaving walls that speak of love, betrayal, and ruin. The ghosts of Achilles and Hector linger, not as legend, but as echoes of people who lived, died, and were swallowed by time. The deserts of Arabia hide Uber. Sands shift constantly, erasing tracks and footprints. Caravans passed, caravans disappeared. The city emerges from the dunes as a ghost, walls partially buried, towers like teeth. You walk slowly across the sand, each step sinking, and feel the pull of centuries. What caused the city to vanish? Legend says divine wrath. Archaeology hints at drought and economic collapse. The truth is lost, like the city itself, Easter Island. You stand among Moai statues staring at the endless Pacific. Their eyes, carved from volcanic rock, watch silently across centuries. Who moved these massive figures? How did a small society produce such monumental work, only to collapse under environmental strain? Each statue was both art and warning, a monument to human ambition and fragility. And so we travel from the deserts to the sunken terraces of Japan's Yonaguni Monument, where stone formations beneath the waves suggest structures impossible to date, yet undeniably shaped by human hands. Divers glide through shadows, beams cutting through the deep blue. You feel the chill of water, the weight of centuries pressing down. Here, the line between nature and civilization blurs, leaving only mystery. Every lost civilization, Pompeii, Herculaneum, Teotihuacan, Mohenjo-Daro, Angkor, Machu Picchu, Petra, Göbekli Tepe, Dwarka, Troy, Uber shares a singular truth. Life is ephemeral, glory is fragile, and cities, no matter how brilliant, are temporary vessels for memory, easily swallowed by fire, water, jungle, or sand. History does not only live in monuments. It lives in absence, in what has been erased. and the silence of these cities is a voice, a warning. Empires rise and fall. Knowledge is built and lost. And yet, if you look closely, if you listen carefully, the whispers remain. A civilization is never truly gone as long as someone remembers, as long as someone imagines, as long as someone walks among its ruins,